This is the CBS 42 Morning News.
It's now 5:42 on this Saturday morning, and the sun is just now starting to peek up over the hills over in Anniston. This watch is in effect until 7 p.m. for all of the highlighted counties you see here. So it goes from Hamilton over to Coleman, and then farther south down towards Tuscaloosa. Level 4 out of 5 on the scale, stretching from eastern Texas all the way over into western Mississippi. Those won't get into Alabama until after midnight tonight, crossing over from Mississippi, and from 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning, they should be passing through the Birmingham metro.
A rainy, dreary weekend all around, but it sounds like there's going to be a little bit of a break later on today.
There's a literal light at the end of the tunnel this afternoon.
I should have gone with that.
We've got some sunshine that's on the way this afternoon.
Turn now to Griffin Hardy to check out your Sunday forecast, or as I like to call it, Griffin's pool day forecast.
Because that's the all-important question. Can we go to the pool? And today, you might be able to if you live over in East Alabama, but most of West Alabama should be seeing some scattered showers. Here's your pool day forecast. Hot and muggy at around lunchtime. Isolated showers possible this afternoon. Overall, though, pretty great day to go to the pool.
The weekend is upon us.
Yes, it is.
I know a lot of folks have those outdoor plans.
Yep.
It's been really hot lately.
Yes, it has been.
Is it going to continue?
Yes, it is.
UFOs and aliens at the military site. I mean, it's a big joke, but people have been talking about this, Griffin.
It's gained a lot of traction.
It has gained a lot of traction.
It's a bit scary how much traction it's gained, but people are suspicious.
Something's out there. We know something's out there.
Something's gotta
Where
be
they're
out
keeping
there.
it, we don't know about
We
that.
have to find out.
We got chicken on a stick, gator on a stick, and Polish sausage. It all looks just so good. My friend Nate up at the shrimp or chicken on a stick booth hooked me up, and a lot of people are starting to file in. Just to give you an idea of how hot it is, we have an infrared thermometer here. The sidewalk is measuring 114 degrees right now, and earlier when we measured the asphalt temperature, 128 is what this was reading earlier.
Yesterday's date, 50 years ago, was when the Apollo 11 mission happened. Weather is the most common reason for a rocket launch to be scrubbed. And when the rocket launches, it basically acts as a giant lightning rod. You've got this big metal rocket with the ionized exhaust coming out of it. It shortens the distance between those charges. It's now a Category 4 storm, a solid Category 4 with winds of 145 miles per hour. Since yesterday, a lot of our forecast models have gradually shifted east to the point now where it's not likely to make direct landfall in Florida. It's likely going to curve north and ride along the coastline.
But at the moment, it's stationary and not moving. And that is still, that is the worst possible news that you could hear if you're on the islands of the Bahamas. They've just been getting absolutely whacked by this storm.
It was here at the Dothan Civic Center that myself, along with everyone at WDHN, was forced to ride out the storm.
So I have been in charge of our news operation since April. And in October, we're facing storm of the century. Needless to say, I was terrified.
A long road for us digging out of this drought.
It would appear so. Yeah, we don't have any big significant rain chances that are currently in the forecast, at least for the near term. So we just got to keep dealing with the heat and the drought, unfortunately. Every single day in Birmingham had above average high temperatures. It's just amazing how hot it was. And the 19th and the 20th, those were the only days that were below 90 degrees. Hard to believe that a month ago, had upper 90s and 100s to end September and kick off October.
Pre-game show starts at noon, the game at 2:30, the post-game wrap-up at 6 o'clock. Lock it in on CBS 42 tomorrow for complete college football coverage. What about that RV forecast for fans at the game? Griffin Hardy has that. Hey, Griffin.
What a difference a day makes. We were in the 70s yesterday before we had the rain. Now the fronts passed through. It's pretty cold out here. So let's talk about the tailgate forecast. When you wake up tomorrow morning, we'll probably more than likely have frost on the ground. Temperatures will be in the 30s. What do you think about tomorrow?
It's going to be cold, long, lots of touchdowns, and hopefully at the end of the day, the visitors are the winners.
Kickoff time at 2:30 p.m. right here on CBS 42. Kickoff temperature at 58. It's just brutally cold.
Yes,
We
it
basically flipped seasons overnight. We went from fall yesterday to the dead of winter today. And that is just the feels like temperature at 3 p.m. That's 3 p.m. yesterday at 70. 3 p.m. today, 25 degrees with the wind chill.
Griffin, tell us what you've been watching over the last several minutes.
We were coming in, Ashley, from the north side of this storm, and it was tracking through just to the southwest of Demopolis. And now we're in downtown Demopolis, and let me show you a look of what it looks like outside here. It's just been blinding rain on the way in. I was a little bit nervous coming in, actually, because this storm is essentially going to pass right over downtown Demopolis. So we got to Forkland and I said, okay, we need to stop for a minute, let this thing pass before we come into downtown Demopolis. And I'm here with Darnell
who had 2 family members that were actually injured by this tornado. There's a ton of debris behind us. Just walk us through what you were thinking when you realized that your aunt and your cousin were potentially affected by the storm.
I was devastated. Just hoping that and prayed that everybody was okay. And when I first pulled up on site, the only thing I could think was, wow.
They were literally buried under all of that, and emergency services came by and luckily pulled them out.
Santa Claus, we get a 2-for-1 special today. We get a geography lesson, and we get to see where Santa is working with Griffin Hardy.
Yeah, he's very busy right now, and I'm amazed at how efficient he is. He's delivered close to 4 billion gifts already.
This man works quickly, too.
I know, at 100,000 gifts per second. That's his current gift-giving rate. He's traveling over the western coast of Africa, moving south. He was last spotted over Togo, which is a country in Western Africa. He is headed our way, and he's got a lot more gifts to deliver, obviously, once he hits the Americas.
We're both on the nice list. I'm pretty confident of that.
I would hope so.
I feel good. I really focused this.
To Griffin really quick. It's been a windy day. Griffin, where are you?
I am in downtown Hamilton, Ashley. We are right across the street from the Walmart and having to hold on to my hat because the winds are whipping out here. Traffic lights shaking in the wind, American flag off in the distance, shaking in the wind, and this is all before the storms actually get here. We've got about 30 minutes, as Nate mentioned, until the storms actually arrive here in downtown Hamilton. But it's going to get pretty nasty here, that's for sure. We've had a ton of wind damage reports from just across the state line over in Mississippi.